Well, I've always tried to keep a little faith inside of me, a little light inside my hand, a little hope to understand. But none of this can be if you're not here with me to bring the night and day. It's like we've slept away, but I'll always be holding back, picking up all the slack, hoping that you'll see. The two of us used to laugh, used to love, used to be only you and me. But it feels like we're letting go, we're lost in the undertow. I'm losing you in the crowd. The whisper has gotten too loud. And when the years have passed, if you're ever asked, this much is always true. You can tell them I loved you, but time can change a heart and let us drift apart. But if love will not recur, we'll have who we once were. But I'll always be holding back, picking up all the slack, hoping that you'll see. The two of us used to laugh, used to love, used to be only you and me. But it feels like we're letting go, we're lost in the undertow. I'm losing you in the crowd. The whisper has gotten too loud, and it feels like we're breaking down. The footlights are fading now. It's cold and I've gone so low. It feels like we're letting go. You loved me once, and it's all gone. You loved me once. And it feels like we're letting go, we're lost in the undertow. I'm losing you in the crowd. The whisper has gotten too loud, and it feels like we're breaking down. The footlights are fading out. It's cold and I've gone so low. It feels like we're letting go.
Performing live and unplugged in the studio, a singer-songwriter from Wales called Matt Cook, with a track called Letting Go. Matt initially caught the attention of US producer Stephen Wrench with a song called Letting Go, the one we've just heard, in fact. Since then, Steve signed Matt to his label Music and Film, resulting in Matt getting global airplay, and is now planning a tour of New Zealand and the USA. And you can find Matt at tabithamusic.com and also at Matt Cook Real Music, that's all one word, mattcookrealmusic.com. And it is a very, very welcome return to the programme, Matt Cook. Hello, Matt.
Hello, Bill. What a pleasure it is to be back. Thank you so much for having me.
It's all right, mate. You're welcome anytime. Okay, how are things going since your first release?
Well, great. I mean, it's the songs are doing well. Me and Steve, we've been working on a couple of different things. He's got some of the best musicians I've ever heard working on some tracks for me and for him, and we're cooking up something special. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be pretty good.
Now, you're getting airplay around the world, I presume. What's that been like?
Well, it's unbelievable. I mean, every now and then you find a new follower on Twitter, and they're coming to you from literally anywhere in the globe. I sometimes get DJs that contact me and say they like the song, and I don't speak Portuguese. You might guess that, but I sort of get a Portuguese email, and I go, well, I don't understand it. So into Google Translate, and so far, it's been, good stuff. So I'm getting pretty good with Google Translate. I type something nice back and say, thank you for playing the record. And then, seriously, people from all over the world are getting back to us. It's been really good.
So what's next for Matt Cook now?
The next sort of thing that we're doing is we're working on there's a handful of tracks that Steve has produced and that I'm working on them with him, and that sort of combination of our two minds together, we're going to be releasing a handful of these particular tracks. I've heard them. There's nothing that we can play yet, but we've got 3 in the bag at the moment, which are available on iTunes and the usual places. So download those, and we've got stuff that's as good as that. Of course, then we're thinking of the tour. Steve's looking at getting us on tour with a band. Now, I have been sworn to secrecy, but basically this band is I've ended up nicknaming them the Matt Cook All Stars, because in all fairness, I'm the only guy who hasn't got a gold disc or a Grammy or anything.
They're quite well known then.
Oh yeah, they are, and I've said to Steve, before we start, before I even get into a session room with these guys, I am not. I'm going to make sure that I know the guitar. I know the guitar better than I ever have. I need to, I'm going to be in the gym like a Rocky movie. I'm going to be training. I'm going to be, drinking raw eggs and then learning all the chords, and it's going to be crazy because these guys, they've played their whole lives in some serious bands. Like if you've heard of like Stephen Wrench and the people that he's worked with like Lynyrd Skynyrd, probably the biggest, and Vince Gill, and like Lone Star. So a lot of these big like American bands, and he can get some of these guys to play with me, which is a little bit nerve-wracking and exciting in equal measures, if you know what I mean.
What was a bit of a shock a couple of years back was Tabitha Music, that's Graham Schlater, of course. You're part of. Yeah. He sent me a music track which had, of all people, Mark Knopfler playing on it.
There you go.
And I'm going, can we play this? And he says, oh yes, we've got all the release forms signed. Yeah. Off you go, by.
Well, this is it. I mean, these guys are I'm from Swansea, and I've lived my life in Swansea, and I'm only 34. I haven't lived my life. I think there's plenty to come, but unfortunately, I haven't managed to make much of an impact around Swansea yet, but in the rest of the world, it seems to be going pretty well. So, of course, then I should be able to use a little bit of that buzz that Stephen's helped me to make to pull in some of these, seriously world-class guys. And then once we've got that band, I mean, the world is, the world's our oyster, I'm hoping.
I've also heard it said that you are never a prophet in your own land. I don't forget that one.
I like that, Bill. I like that. Maybe that's what people say about me when I leave the room, but I doubt it.
It's always the same, isn't it? When you're in your own area, they'll always take the opportunity to put you down.
Who knows? Who knows? I mean, I love living in Wales. I mean, there's
me too, but they still say you're never a prophet in your own land.
That's a good point. That's a good point, man. That's a good point.
Have you got any plans to tour the USA?
Yeah, absolutely. With the new band that Stephen's putting together for us, I think we're going to go. We're going to go anywhere that'll take us. Really, I think that's the idea. Yeah. We're going to go, from one end to the other. As long as they'll have us, we'll play there.
Now, I mentioned them a little earlier, and that's, of course, Tabitha Music. But what is it like working with Music and Film in the USA and Tabitha Music, who is your publisher in England?
Well, they're great guys. I mean, when I first met with Graham, we ended up we met up and we parked the cars, and I sat down and we had a cup of coffee in a well-known coffee establishment. I'm not giving them any free advertising. No. And Graham's nickname, he told me this quite freely. His name is Jack Anori because he likes to tell you a story. So we're sat down, and the long and short of it was he told me, and bearing in mind I could listen to him all day because he has played with basically, if you name any, I mean, this is a guy who's played with Hendrix, right? And
yes.
Like, I'm quite happy to just listen to him and say, well, what colour socks did Hendrix have on? And I'm fascinated. That'd be brilliant. And the long and short of it was, we both came out with parking tickets because we've been parked there so long. That's a true story. That is.
That's our Graham all over.
Exactly. He's a hell of a guy.
Matt, we're going to play out with another recording of yours, but it's not a live one this time. It's an actual recording from the studios. Yeah. What is it?
Well, this is "I'll Be Your Man." Steve wrote this one for me, and I've sung it, and it's a really nice song. It's a song about you can work it out from the lyrics. It's a song about meeting up with guys and girls meeting up together, and your intentions on the night. And I suppose that's all I can really say, because it's about getting together.
Yeah. Okay, Matt Cook. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me, Bill. It's a pleasure.
Well, it's okay. We don't act the same way, as long as we both understand. It's not so strange. Nothing needs to change. You'll be my woman, I'll be your man. You color your face and dress all in lace, and the words float off of your tongue. My manners are rough, and I try to be tough, and I do what has to be done. What's forever, all I know is now, and right now I need you to love me. Tomorrow you can show me that you understand. You'll be my woman, I'll be your man. You want dinner and wine, I want a beer and a good time. It doesn't matter, we both have the same needs. And who cares if it's right? I want you tonight. It's so hard for a man to say please. What's forever, all I know is now. And right now I need you to love me. Tomorrow you can show me that you understand. You'll be my woman, I'll be your man. How different we are, well it seems so far, yet we still come together. What's forever, all I know is now. And right now